welcome here to California. I would say Colorado, but that's home.
Now, do you live in California?
I grew up here.
He's in Colorado.
That's right.
Because
Hey,
he
I'm
was
doing
born,
very good. How are you?
Pomona, California.
the artwork
Living the
he
dream.
presented to her, it was
Oh.
breathtaking.
I'm gonna
Didn't
scoot
you
in front
see
of
it?
you.
Remember the big one, Juliet? Maybe he was gone by the time you came,
I'll show you a picture.
but it was
Okay.
beautiful.
Did they go to the
Absolutely
store?
beautiful.
Yeah,
No,
that award was actually
Can I scoot by you all?
designed by
I didn't
Ed
wanna walk
Dwight
in front of the
Jr.
camera.
Oh, that's right.
Herbert Jefferson Jr. He was one of our previous recipients of it.
Oh, that's right.
He actually played Boomer in Battlestar Galactica.
Oh,
And,
okay.
and he's actually coming over here this evening for a few minutes, and he's gonna bring his award with him. So you'll have a chance to see that, if you'd like to see that.
And when what time is he coming?
He should be here within 5 or 10 minutes, I think. He lives here in Hollywood. But if there's not enough time, we understand that, but we can maybe introduce him to you and enjoy that if she's ready for bed and stuff like
Okay,
that.
she's trying.
She's closing her eyes now. She did good, cause it's past what?
She's gangster.
It's
Straight up
9:30.
gangster.
Well, she's learning to
She's
be
in
a
out.
She's going through, I
time
can
traveler.
We're still on Virginia time, yeah.
Yeah.
I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
You might be able to answer it, or she may be able to answer it. In the movie, the portrayals that they had of her in the movie, was there anything different that they had in the movie that she actually did that wasn't portrayed in the movie?
Well, as far as technology was concerned, possibly, but I think they did it as best they could to stay true to actually what happened.
What happened, that's
Yeah.
great.
It was,
There
NASA was
were a few
consulted for the
stretches,
movie.
let's say that, but it was good.
but the work that was
But the
done.
math, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Did she also do the math on all of the missions?
The
Pretty
Apollo,
much.
yeah.
Yes.
The
See, what happened
trajectories, yeah.
when she started, that was the beginning of the space program.
Mm-hmm.
So it became the foundation for everything that's being done.
Awesome.
And so after the computers came, it was, they started converting to computers, but it was still the basis, her equations for that particular part, not the whole program, but for the trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
And her background was such that she was just on the money with it. She
Wow.
could visualize it. I call her visionary. People say she's a genius, but
That's what I was getting ready to say. She was a genius, and I'm so happy that we have an opportunity to meet another genius. And back in the day, if the movie hadn't come out, we would have never known. They
Wouldn't
don't
have
tell
known.
enough of Black history to be able to know anything that has gone on, and it's awesome that it was revealed. And I'm glad that you had an opportunity to see them portray the contributions that you had for NASA. Figures is just an awesome movie, and you're an awesome person. And I thank the Lord that He gave you the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding of those numbers so that it can be portrayed and made history. It's wonderful.
And we are very proud
So
of
you-
her.
I know you
Because
are.
we-
Yes.
We have, I said, how often do you
she
get
just
to
says, thank
stand up and tell people about your mother?
Yes.
And it's the kind of information that we were learning sometimes along with everybody else because it wasn't what she would come home with.
Mm-hmm.
She came home to be mom, you know. She
Right.
taught us to sew and to sing in the
Music.
choir. And, yeah, we were well-rounded students. We had to do well in school. We all were honor students when we graduated because education was the key in our day.
Mm-hmm.
It should be the key today.
Amen.
So that these kids will have a better future. Because as long as they don't participate
Mm-hmm.
in the academics, they're gonna miss out on their top level.
Yes.
So you keep doing what you're doing.
Well,
You
let
keep doing it.
her. Can you give one bit of advice to the little one over here? How old are you?
12.
She's 12 years old. Now, what advice would you give her?
I need to major in math or take enough to be useful to you.
take enough math for it to be useful.
It turns up in all kinds of places. If somebody gives you a quarter to go to the store, that's bad, money.
And to work hard, do you?
Well, you wanna work hard all the time. And do your best. So you can be proud of it.
Okay.
When he called to ask about the trip to the moon, it turned out that my desk was right there open to the notebook. Where I had been working on it. And I just said, oh, yeah, yes, you're right, I didn't do work on that.
It's awesome.
Somebody else got the credit. That didn't bother me at the time. But all of a sudden they discovered that more than half the work that the men had been getting the credit for, women had been doing it. All the time. From 8 to 5, I worked math problems. Anything they asked me to do, I did it to the best of my ability. And it was viewed in years, 50 years later. And the notebook was lying right there where I worked it. Many problems have been solved with math. Well, the orbits cross each other. And use that point. Well, the man walked down, stepped down off the moon, onto the moon. It was derived from a math problem. They didn't just go out there and look at it and said, oh, there, it's where he is. But they went to my notebook and said, well, this orbit crossed that over. That's the point they're looking for. And it has coordinates. And they can find that point. They couldn't find what they were dreaming about. But they could use the math problem.
They couldn't do it without you.
And it turns up in unusual places. They're always using math problems to solve problems. In other subjects. And even if they didn't, you would have the information. You would know. And if you work to the best of your ability, that's all the Lord requires.
Yeah.
You do your best.
Okay.
And all kinds of problems have been asked of me. And I didn't ask them what they wanted them for. I just worked it out and gave them the answer. 50 years later, my picture's been, no,
Everywhere.
Smith Times.
Yeah, the New York Times.
something I did 50 years ago. Just a plain old math problem. At the time, that they realized that that point would be used to tell them where was this man who wanted to step on the moon. You go back and ask her for her math problem. And that point can be located in space with an X, a Y, and a Z. We didn't dream of it at the time.
So that's your lesson for the day. How's that? Okay, all right.
Well, I just wanted to, last year at our gala, we honored, last year at our gala in Maryland, we honored the America's heroes. And you were one of the America's heroes. I didn't have a chance, but this is one of the patches that one of the gentlemen that makes all of the astronaut patches made for us, for that gala. And it's Shades of Blue honors America's heroes.